Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. So I just remembered a couple more things I want to do eventually. We want to preserve a channel when logging in. And we need to reset event logs, I'm pretty sure, when changing channels. Or keep the events per channel or something like that. But among the things we have run out of time for is reconnection. I can probably prototype pagination in here without having to actually touch the Twich repository. I might still want to have a little module for it. And we've got our sample messages there, so that could be useful for reference. I guess for what we need, actually, we can just go for the docs. V5. Oh, and they do in fact not like dark mode. This is channels. Well, I might still want Twich API because I'm going to want to get all the comments and stuff set up so I can copy it in there. Kraken. Edit source. So we've got paginated, we've got something like that. Where we need import json.decode. Don't need any of the time stuff. So I want to fill that in eventually, but we, I think we want to do, it's a type or a type alias. I think we want to do that. No, paginated A. It's paginated int. Yeah. Oh, no, that's fine. Here, which contains the query total and slot to save offset position. Then we're going to have a... Oh, are these bar? And decoder. So technically, the offset position could be, let's see, could that be that could be a field of the message that you handle in your application. I don't have to force that in there. But is that really pagination then? Ding the query total along with the data. Paginated is a decoder of paginated A. And for it to do that, it's going to have to take a offset it's going to be a map 2. Ooh. No, of a succeed offset. No, it's just a map 3. No, because it's a map 2 of the argument. Field total. And oh, and this needs a decoder of whatever. All right, so stream. And then if we did docs for this, we don't really have subcategories. Well, this thing is eventually going to be a subcategory of something else. Let's put this into our Kraken decoders. So when we fetch subscriptions, not that we can test this, I guess I could fudge a sample record. Not those subscriptions. Fetch subscriptions. You need, let's see, ID, int, offset. How did they do? Int to string from int. So you've got auth ID offset. ID offset. So this is pagination offset with Kraken subscriptions. Offset decoder. That changes the return type of this. And you know what, actually, let's see, this is currently in here. And then no. Kraken.pagination. Paginated. Subscriptions. That appears to have been an erroneous paste. Wait, where did I put those in the list? Yeah, first. So that'll be just to parse it out. Paginated. No, that's in pagination itself. Oh. The type is a list of that. No, and one more. List Kraken subscription. Oh, it's a function I type. Once again, type not function. Oh, and we actually have to change the, funnily enough, the place where you call the functions. Auth. Versus int, yeah. Okay, it compiles. Does it parse? Okay, no indication of parse errors. I probably do have to turn off the automatic dumping of reduce debug logging. Most of those messages are uninteresting. All right, so then to actually fetch the pagination, yeah. List.map, subscribers. Ooh. That's going to make things a little bit more interesting. If offset equals 0, then equals subscribers no, that'd be a concat. I'm forgetting if there was a, yeah, there's no end. Then we want to say if offset plus list.length subscribers is less than total, fetch oh. Well, the only ID we fetch is the target channel. Which was fetch subscriptions actually takes a maybe, so that's kind of fine. Oh no, it takes a maybe there, not a maybe ID. Can I convert that into a maybe? Not easily. Fetch subscriptions, model dot auth ID. Oh, I guess we should just make this, shouldn't we? Fetched. Nothing is command dot none, and the else is command dot none. We don't have any good means to test this right now. I guess it's not list.concat. Append. No. Oh, list of lists. We want append. So to test, well, I could dummy up a message. Which would cause it to query, and then that message would only have the one result. Yeah, so we could set this up so we could set a dummy total. Or if it's not a real test. Actually, if I run this, just to be sure. Okay, we got one. Man, I don't know. What was it? Maybe it was the Clementines? I could test that a little bit by doing. I know we're only getting one, so succeeding with two would make it look like there's two total records. We got one. We're going to add the offset. Ooh, the offset might not be any. Ooh. No, because I'm passing the offset. So the offset will always be increasing. But it might get 0 records. Depending on how they implemented that. And I can't tell, well, I can tell if the list is 0. And, as long as we're making progress, and we're not there yet. Okay, we can get subscriptions. Apparently it has to option the version with different parameters. Oh, there's no indication in, it's just an int. There's no indication of usage. That's subscriptions. That's would be a suitable example for this. But for you, offset total data. Now, in the original, I don't think you had any sample code. This Kraken. No, okay, so what's in for sample code? Extracting. The thing I'm struggling with is whether this, this is good enough. Well, you know what? It's a simple module. Maybe we don't put it in the generic API yet. We can put that off till we have a second use case for it. And that will give us a better chance to explore if it's an appropriate API. And I really need more water. And we'll be back. I mean, I know idle is not great, but still. Ah! You know what? Pause the sim. I don't want any interruptions. There we go. You can exit. All right, we got this done. So, I mean... Oh, hello. Cotton flower patch. Whatever that means. Somebody's angry up there. Oh, that wasn't shallow water. They really need to work on the signaling. There should be like different colors or something. Well, we just got nothing out of that.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Fahrenheit. I live in a country that uses ye old Celsius. So I was like, what? But that totally makes sense. 100%. Okay, let's get liquefiable stuff. This is ice and snow. Copy your settings over, like that.
Welcome back. So, yeah, I think I might leave this here for now. See if it can get proven out a little bit better somewhere else. Okay, no, that's just that line wrapping around. And then that will take care of the note. um, Theoretical support for paginating subscription fetch. I guess one thing I haven't considered is that this could put us into the area where we need to be concerned about API limits. If somebody really big turned it on. Of course, it'd be like, well, there's some other API calls in there. But that'd be nearly 3,000 subscribers. Which is a lot. Let's see. Are we gonna? I do have an appointment later, so I might actually, well, might actually want to put off reconnection till later. Let's see. Significant state updates. With bug logging. Chat response. So right now, actually I think we're printing out up here. No. Where am I printing from? Oh, WebSocket message. So in order to do that, I have to be able to line is a fully parsed thing. Okay, so that's the connection ID. That's the message. Parser.run. Okay, so we'll get message parse failed. I guess what I really want here is message, huh? And then in certain cases, we might want to print out message here as well. All right, so join we think we're fine with. Part we think we're fine with. Ping priv message we'll want to check back on. User notice maybe. Those are all good. Unknown messages maybe. So those are known. User notice. Missing message ID. So the main thing we'd be caring about here is unknown. Oh, we haven't actually removed WebSocket message, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so this is this is the unknown command for the ACK. Room state we're not explicitly handling. So is that at cap? It's basically going to be this. Yeah, command equals cap. Command equals room state. Something we're not really using right now. And then command equals names list is something we're not doing right now. So 353. Okay, that's parsing both parts of that. And 366 is the other part of the names list. That's logged in. I guess names list is kind of what tells us that we've successfully logged in. It'd be nice if it had the room, but I don't think we really have that readily available here. Oh, we've got the model. Actually, it's probably in the message, isn't it? Prefix. So it should be list.takeOneHead of params. No. What? I apparently miscounted. Not compiled yet. No, drop one. That's a little bit of feedback. The other thing I wanted was if there's unknown tags. That's message ID. So these are the only things we really care about. There was chat unknown notice. Unknown notice. And the other thing, I guess this could apply to anywhere, so we could probably do... let's see, we've got an iteration here somewhere, right? Where we go through something like this. So we want to, this might even be a here, tag the tag, if it is a chat.unknown tag, we want to so that leaves it what it was. If it's there, then it's just what it is. Don't need you either. And this, we don't necessarily have anything handy to test. Okay, I guessed that. Unknown tag. Oh, it's key value. Oh, we just need to map that, really. Alright, and that should flag any unknown tags for us. Oh. Forgot a file. Reduce chat logging, try to identify unparsed pieces. Alright, so I had a little situation where if I'm logged out and we've got a channel, we log in, we lose this. It's the view. Auth. URL relative logout. Login. URL for redirect. It does not take a. No, we need the redirect URL, which is just model dot. Redirect URI. Oh, no, because we need to be in this case. Redirect URI. URL for redirect. Why is this not just URL? Okay, apparently we need to turn that into a proper string. Okay. Does it work? Interesting. Ew. Oh, you can't have any parameters in a redirect URL? Well, okay, so that's not a fixable problem. Preserve channel when logging in. Parameters not allowed in OAuth redirect URLs. Could maybe use local storage. Reset events when changing channels. So we need the things that when we fetch are not user so there's the RAID, current stream, self. That might be it. So if we do a refresh, it just does not currently take any of this stuff. No, didn't I somewhere check? Yeah, if user ID not equal to user ID. Which unfortunately is currently down here. If user ID is not equal, then right, equal that. And if it's empty list, else it is equal to model.raids. And the way we might be able to test this oh, and this is in a separate module, is to make sure we're reloaded. Oh, I guess I'd actually have to log out, huh? Or, oh, there's no, well, you can change this, which I think will get caught by URL update. It's hard to say. But I'd swear I had seen some information carry over. And bits is fetching the leaderboard, so we're not doing... Oh no, cheers. Oh, because it's a dict, doesn't use that form of update. Right. User ID not equal. Man, I don't know what it is today. Dix.new. Oh, I removed the sample, didn't I? Has to be something. Dix.empty. So I don't have... Oh, I know what it was. It was specifically when I was going back and forth. But we removed the samples here. And if we do that, oh, is that a navigation event or? That might be a reload. Yeah, it's not counting as a navigation event. We can test that it gets reset by changing accounts there. Reset logged values when changing channels. That might mean that if you log in, it would lose at that time if it got anything before you logged in. And we might have a little bit of time to play with WebSocket reconnection, but don't know if we're going to have time to deal with all the details on that. So I guess we'll start with in-app and then see if we can abstract it. Oh, that's why this is a big project, because I need some way to interrupt it. I suppose the debug tools let me do that. Firefox DevTools can't even see WebSocket connections. No. Cause WebSocket. Oh, now you show up. Or is that because I've got you selected? Can we... I don't see any way... to interrupt it here. I mean, I guess I could send a close for now and not deal with recording that we want to stop. But I'm eventually going to want to be able to check that we reconnect when we want to reconnect and don't reconnect when we don't want to reconnect because we've purposely closed it. Which almost means we copy everything into a new project, get a little node server that we can test against, and we kind of work things out there, which is why I kind of had this earmarked as a big project. I can set up some theoretical stuff as is. But testing is going to be a bit challenging. I also need to see how it looks. Like if a connection just closes, does that show up as an error or closed? Could it show up as either? On message, WebSocket send. We haven't even defined a WebSocket close yet. Or a port socket close. Connect, send, receive. Which I will need to test that it's disconnected. Maybe I actually have like a secondary thing that's like... Oh, and then there's the question of, should those actually be separate? Like receive is a multiplexed. Send could theoretically be multiplexed as well. And then I would break that out into functions to handle that. Then we'd probably get into JSON encoding for the arguments. Ooh, and should we actually send back some sort of error if this isn't found? I want to take a short break, and then we might have to redo the interface. Because I know one of the recommendations has been to sort of do the, like this, where you have events going back and forth over a single port. Be back in a bit.
I was above the space station.
Oh, I see a person.
Dude, look, I can fly. I can fly.
The reason why I need to get back to home is because I have 2 lithium on me.
Dude, I'm gonna try to catch you. I'm coming for you.
I'm at 50% oxygen. Should I be disturbed?
Let's see if I can hook you up to the seat.
I'm gonna.
Oh, the other person in the seat glitch out there. Okay.
I'm trying to get back home. I'm free falling to home. I might suffocate before I reach the ground. Though.
I don't see you. Well, either way, you're gonna suffocate. I can't find you. Where'd you go?
25%. I'm almost
Where'd
at home.
you go?
I'm at the base. Dude, no, I'm gonna crash at the base.
Okay, I'm gonna try to catch you. I'm coming in hot. I'm coming to try to catch you.
Oh!
Did you survive?
No, he did not.
My first rocket will contain an explorer, the drone, and the stuff needs to get a small start. The second rocket will launch pretty soon after, containing the transport and the command rover. And more stuff I need, typically polymers, machine parts and electronics. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Run pure TX up there. Can I cut this? Yeah, that can go. And can I? Nope, I can't delete that. But yeah, that has to be pure. That has to be pure health. Right, and run that along there like that as well for reasons. Right. Okay. You know what? Make this.
Oh god. At least we can keep this and this powered overnight now.
We have a power shortage.
Well, you know, I wish we could.
Yeah, there we go. We need to have an event for this. Loaded. Now I could actually do the JSON decode in the function, so then it would be loaded rule set. Okay, well, welcome back. So if we did it that way, we'd actually want to break this out. Hey, Princess Rika, how's it going? Is that the proper? Yeah, it's a proper thing. Just a little bit different indentation now. See, our sockets are going to change. And then we're going to have you. And maybe we move these someplace else. Except now we can actually turn this into more of a proper function. Oh, I might, I could possibly do, well, for certain messages we could do some centralized socket lookup. So then WebSocket command. And then we have message. Let's see, so for receive, oh, we're sending kind ID message. No, in JavaScript it's switch case. Right, because we have to decode parameters. So you can't just necessarily make an object of it. Connect message dot address. Okay, send. Oh, this is where we can do var this has to be in a loop. We didn't get enough. Connections dot for each So we have to ask if message has an ID. If it has an ID, then if we don't get a WebSocket, so it is a kind of error. Oh, but there is no ID. Well, I guess it's kind of... So certain of these messages... No, actually, we don't need this. Doing C programming. So then that's an error. And then we can send WebSocket message.data. And close. Actually, it's probably just WebSocket.close, but I also have to do some data cleanup. Well, let's send a close and see if we get a close. So we've now completely broken the interface we had. So now we've got WebSocket command of value. And then connect is going to have to be oh, we set this up for easy decoding, not for easy encoding. No, just a period, okay. So that is going to be JSON.encode. It's been a while since I've had to do encoding. We will need that, but it is first, okay, it is object. And that is a list of string value. Okay, JSON code object. Could we do something like oh no, it has to be, yeah, this is a list. And then encode dot encode. Oh no, this is just a string. We just need a value, and that's a value. So then send is going to be a kind of send to an ID of ID and a data of data. JSON.encode. Encode. Code.oh. I was typing out the whole full thing. String ID. Ooh. Oh, you have to be encode.string, encode.string, encode.int, encode.string, encode.string. Now whether it actually works. Current subs is not a function. Effect managers. This must be port socket, websocket command. I have to be doing something wrong here. Prescribe command. Are we getting what we think we're getting? We're not even getting there. Effect manage. The heck is an effect manager? Step outgoing port. No, that's actually not useful. We don't have a breakpoint? Is that an option? Not here. Oh. No, no. Pause on exceptions. So current subs. Address kind. Undefined. So that seems like a message we're sending there. Did I not subscribe to this properly? app.ports.websocket command subscribe. Oh, no. app.ports. It exists. It has subscribe and unsubscribe functions. Man, I was just trying to do things the recommended way. And we have a platform error. I guess we need to know what I is, huh? I0. Wait. Okay, current subs. 1, 0 undefined. Oh, this is, yeah, okay, so this actually is order dependent. Because we're doing var style. So most of this stuff is functions that will be called later. And then the receives get sent on the other end. Are you... Okay, well, that's more reasonable. Index.html. Why? Oh, we must need brakes on these. Been a little bit so it's in the JavaScript stuff. Oh, and this is... Hmm? Why are you even there? That did not give me a good error message. Or rather, it's not telling me what line it stopped at. It's like it... Oh. Okay, I guess it hadn't loaded it. Alright, so stream credits. Where do we... on open? Model... Port socket.close ID. Connect, send, close. Int ID close. Ah. WS is undefined, so we gotta close. Which means we did not see message.id. Because like connect doesn't need that, so you don't want to assert that we have WebSocket. How do you... Well, we already printed out the message. We know it's close ID. It's not ID anymore. Nope, no help. Maybe... how about in you? Nope, no complaints about undefined variable. Not a peep. Oh, and here's message.id again. How are you getting undefined? Oh. If ID in message, because it's a 0. Oh. Okay, I was afraid of that. Because I have state tracking set up, so this is exactly the problem we didn't want. But we know, though, that it sends a close. So the trick is going to be, since we've got things set up to do it this way, maybe what we need is to not respond to this right now. Well, we have to do something. And it actually did nothing. So we need the close. Oh, okay, that's might be a bug we have to trace down. Okay. So we're properly sending a close is getting that. So we already sort of have reconnect, but now we need to do back off, which is the part where it's going to get hairy. So the interim here, we don't close. We do, I guess we already had the ability to connect stuff. And then this is an intermediate step. In getting there. Now what do we change? Oh, a port socket, not in the main app. Support, close, message in. Oh, yeah, because we do get the close event when we close it. which means that we're doing our ordinary object cleanup on that. And then the actual reconnection and time back off is something we have to deal with in the main app. Oh. Why is it closed? We didn't even connect. What? Is it mad at us for that connection loop? It's on message. Socket open. Why are we not attempting to send stuff? Connect send Nick. No, that's opened. We want... So it thinks it's connecting, opening, sending a Nick. And nothing's happening. Maybe our send is busted. Oh, because we changed the argument. Just, in fact, I don't even need a function here. That'll shut things down pretty good. All right. .log, error, opened, closed. Message. Did we turn anything else on? Yes. Okay, opened, joined. Send doesn't need WebSocket lookup anymore. All right, that is it for now. I've got an appointment later on, so it kind of pushes back lunch and everything else, including doing some Step Mania, so I'm not just sitting around all the time. But if you're here for coding, the coding is over. I will be back for Step Mania. You're welcome to stick around, but I understand if you don't. Meanwhile, so this should be our regular credits here. Thanks for all the hosts. I'm normally programming in the mornings, and then I usually end up being a little bit later because I get caught up in stuff going on to Step Mania. But this is it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Step Mania. Otherwise, I might actually go a little bit longer with coding. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back in a few minutes for Step Mania if you do want to hang out. Otherwise, goodbye and until next time.